Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. We have a very amazing topic today about miracles. Today we see Navasit and Suchada with us, and I think you will enjoy that very much.
Okay. So we would think of a miracle in terms of God giving in the circumstance of curing the impossible, like make the cancer goes away or make people able to walk again. So we have like a think about of the miracle for a while and come up with this question that is the miracle a real thing?
Yes and no. Now, if we think about it, what a miracle is, we have to first get back and see that everything that exists is energy, right? It is energy, it's a certain frequency. And we can say miracles for us is something that is also connected with a certain frequency. Now imagine we were talking about, oh, now my video camera goes crazy again. Okay, I just go on. Now, just imagine when somebody has cancer or is like with a lethal diagnosis from a doctor, then people get very, very anxious. Now, there are two kind of people. Some people, they go into resignation, they give in, and they start to prepare to die. And some people, they have another faith. They can rise their energy. They do things to lift their energy higher up so the body can heal. So it's actually not a miracle if somebody's healing or not. It is just a thing of energy. If you can rise your energy so high that healing can happen, you will heal. And so it's not really in that way a miracle, but of course, for all those people who are in a lower consciousness, it looks like a miracle. And for those who then die and who go down, they just kind of on one level accept the diagnosis as a fact, and then they materialize their dying. And we also know that, in fact, we do ourselves manifest our life. This is all the energy around us, within us, that make our life from the beliefs, from everything who we are. So miracles are a thing of energy. Now, for example, if you think about sometimes a real fast miracle, a car accident, like, you hear many times people say, like, in the last moment, it was like an angel turned my steering wheel in the other direction and the accident didn't happen or not so bad, or, many things like that. People tell stories like this. And this is connected with, because at that moment, say, for example, their desire to survive, to avoid the accident is so strong that their energy is like a volcano for that moment and can make that miracle happen.
So what is the miracle, actually?
That in that way, we can say there is no miracle. It's just like what we term it to be, because, like, for example, just let me use numbers, okay? If we have a consciousness level of the ice block, of the frozen, ice block, for a person like that, when you're in this consciousness level, then a miracle is something that for other people is something completely normal. Or like somebody has a certain success somewhere. It all is connected with the energy level of that person, of the consciousness of that person. Okay, here I cartoonify again. Maybe that's a miracle too. I don't know.
Yeah. I think so.
So you have me here as a cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is part, like, miracle is a point of view. Depending on what kind of consciousness level you are, you experience miracles for others, actually, not for yourself, or something that looks like a miracle in our 3D understanding.
So it's about intention. Like very strong intention can make miracle happen.
Yes, it is generally how we manifest life, you know. Like if you have very strong intention, you can manifest who you are, what you are, and your life around you. When you are a weak person and kind of just go with the flow, things happen more or less also how others want you to be or others want you um, to act, because you don't have enough willpower to manifest something for yourself. You give, now see, this is when you give your power away and then others can use it. Once you take back your power and use your power yourself, then this is the point when miracles are happening, because
Mm.
you use your own power.
Mm. Okay, I see. And in some church or temples or sacred place or someone, there would be something miracle happens. When people go there, what will make miracle happens?
Well, it's the faith, you know. I mean, in a temple, first of all, you have very often also a group of people. Or you might even have a temple on a sacred ley line or in a sacred place that the energy is stronger than in different other places. So it is much more easy to concentrate. It is much more easy to connect with the energy around you to make something happen. When we have many people in a temple, for example, that are praying, they come to pray every day, they come to worship every day, they energize the whole temple. You can also see that sometimes when you make photographs in the evening, you see temples like full of orbs. And these orbs are energy beings. It has something to do with the energy of the place. So in a temple, a miracle can happen easier. For example, a congregation, then somebody stands up and that person, for example, is sick. And they come to the stage, and then the whole church, maybe 100, maybe whatever people are, say, chanting and praying or giving up positive energy, then a miracle can happen if that person who is ill believes it can happen. But for example, you can have another person in front that doesn't heal because that person is not able to believe it, at least give it a chance, open the door for the miracle to happen.
Mm. Mm. So it means that the other ordinary human can make miracle happen to themselves.
Let's put it that way. There is no ordinary human. Say again, we are all God and Goddess, divine beings having a human experience. And it's actually more the opposite. We as a divine being have to adapt to the human experience, which is much more important. And by trying to adapt to the human experience, some people fall so deep that they identify to be a human. And then it's difficult for miracles to happen. But as long as you move back and understand again that you are a divine being in a physical body, in a 3D reality that we have created for experience, then miracles are relatively easy to happen. This is like you can start to manifest your life. It's more easy to manifest your life once you know. Maybe knowing is more than believing. When you deeply inside know that life within you, that you are, that what you are, your essence is life, is God, is divine. And then see, then you can do anything. So we are in a situation that we are kind of forth and back. There are moments we completely believe it, and there are moments we kind of fall into a lower frequency of consciousness again, and we doubt it because of what happened around us. But this is because the mass consciousness is still in a relative low frequency. And this is what each individual has to work on, that, because this is also the whole ascension process. It depends on you. Not all of humanity will ascend. But if you are completely just absolutely sure that I am a divine being having a human experience. I am a divine soul having a human experience, or whatever you want to name it. Once you're very clear and sure about that, miracles start to happen for you. You can start to materialize and manifest your life, and other people might see it as a miracle, but you know that it's not in the sense of the word. We can say the miracle is just that you are able to rise yourself to a higher consciousness to make things happen that cannot happen in a lower consciousness. Like when you're an ice block, you cannot flow. When you higher consciousness, the water is warmer, it flows. When it's even more warm, getting hot, it flies because it becomes steam. So it is the miracle is an only thing about the consciousness level. And depending on which consciousness level you are, there are bigger and smaller miracles, you know? It always is like when you are on a conscious level, say a 10, and then something happened at a consciousness level 20, it might be for you a miracle. But if you're already on the consciousness level 20, then it's not a miracle, because then for you a miracle would be the consciousness level 30.
I
You
see.
understand?
Uh-huh. Oh, and I just think about the question about the when we do like a abundant box, or we spell magic spell for the wealth or something, and it happens. So it means that
Yeah.
it depends on our consciousness, right?
Yes. Now, see, for example, if you work with the abundance box, you are very, very strongly concentrating on something, because first of all, you need even to formulate the words to write it down. And then what we do, we put it in this abundance box on a certain day, months, and then we leave it there like we would put the seed in the ground that can sprout. And then after a certain time, again, we go after the moon calendar, we take it out again. And very often it has happened already, or at least we have put the seed in. Like it's a seed for a big tree, it takes longer than if it's a seed just for a summer flower. So this is again raising your consciousness, putting something into motion that a miracle can happen. Or if you throw a coin in a well that is supposed to be a good luck well or whatever, then it's the same story. If you do that and you really believe in the magic, if you really believe it will happen and have no doubt, okay, I did that, it will happen, it will, because you make it happen because it's your consciousness.
Oh, so it means that we manifest it.
Yeah, you manifest it, we manifest, and in connection maybe with our higher selves. And you know, the higher self is part of us and we are part of it. It's not something like that is far away from us. Like when we said we are connected with the divine, you understand you're a divine being having a human experience. You're always in contact in a way with the divine. Like again, when we do that in the morning, I surrender to the divine within, then I'm in contact and they are allowed to give me messages. So things happen because just look back, you had how many incarnations? Maybe 10, maybe 100, maybe 1,000. There are so many ancestor consciousness. They are like in all other realms you've been. Before you came down to earth, you went through different energy realms, like say, for example, you've been an angel before and then you come down here. So they are other beings helping us. But we have to tell them to help. So it looks like a miracle, but in fact it's not. It's just that we understand the greater cosmic laws, how things work.
Mm. Mm.
Easy, no?
Easy.
Okay. Any other questions to miracle?
Just one more, because
Okay.
we always talk in the positive way, and if some bad things happen, so it also be the miracle too, right? If like
Say
an
that again.
accident
I
or
did not
something.
understand the first part of the question. If something bad happens,
Yeah. So it means that it's like a miracle too, right? Because they have like that person have an intention about the bad thing to come to
Oh, okay. Now we cannot call this a miracle. This is when bad things happen, you generally fall in your consciousness level further down. This is the opposite than the miracle. When you have a miracle, you rise your consciousness level. You are intense into something, like, for example, again, the accident. If you, in that very last moment, or in the very last moment also, you can hear when people are in a very dire situation, they call out for God or something to help. And then depending how strong their energies, it happen. But those people who are doing the negative thing, to curse or to do bad things to people, then bad things happen. But it depends on how strong you are to repel it. If something bad happened and you just go into shock and let it happen instead of asking for help from your divine being, it can happen.
Okay.
I did have attacks that were really bad, and I asked for help, and I got help, and I got out of it. So the miracle is always connected with a higher energy. Then bad things happen, they're always connected with lower energy. When we give in, when we give up, when we accept negative things to happen, then that's the negative part that is happening.
Okay.
Okay.
Any question?
Okay,
We got
good.
it.
Suchada?
No question.
Okay,
Understand.
no question anymore. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. I'm sorry we make that a bit short. I'm not sure when my video camera goes off, and I just have a new one, so I don't really know. It's the computer, but anyway, let's see. I think the message is more important than the image. I thank you very much, and thank you for watching this video. If you like it and my cartoon self, please give us a thumbs up. And we have another session soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.